so that they can definitely go through it. Okay, so we'll start recording this session. So the vector integration. So I just gave a brief overview of this vector integration. We are going to see here three kinds of integrations. One is the line integral. Line integral means it is single integration. Okay, single integration. Then we are going to see the surface integral. Okay, surface integral, and that integration is nothing but the double integration for the surface. And the third one, which we are going to see, that is the volume integral. Volume integral. So that is triple integration. Okay, triple integration. So we'll just go through all several types of the problems. Okay, of this line, surface, and volume integration, so that will definitely help you at the time of examination for scoring the marks. Okay, because the these questions from this category will be there for 10 marks in examination. So if one of them is line integral, then the second one will be surface integral. One of them is work done. Work done means we are talking about the line integral only. Then the other integral will be volume integral. Kind of this combination we always keep so that it is easy for the students also to find it out the solutions. Okay. Now there can be lot of variety one can frame it for the problems, so that vector function will be different every time, and depending on that, even if the surface is same, like it is sphere, but the function will be different, correct? So you'll get different answers. So don't say that, don't always mug up the questions, because there can be variety of questions one can frame with the same skeleton means what, for the surfaces, correct? So you have to do the same procedure. The only thing is the values or the functions will be different. Okay. So we'll go for the first one. So for this, we'll see three types of theorems. One is Green's lemma, that is Green's theorem. Second one is we have to see, that is Gauss divergence theorem. Divergence theorem. Okay. And the third one is the Stokes theorem. Three theorems we are going to see, we are going to learn in this entire thing. One is Green's, second one is Gauss divergence. So here you can see the divergence word has come. That means it is divergence of F bar we have to calculate in this case. Okay. And the third thing is Stokes theorem. Stokes theorem is also there, where we are using actually the curl, concept of curl. Okay. So, and the Green's lemma is nothing but the relation between the curve. So, if I have the closed curve, okay, and some vector field is applied, okay, some vector field is applied on this curve. This is the closed one, okay, closed curve. So, what it gives is the relation, instead of finding the integration, line integral, where the field is acting on every particle, okay, on every particle of this curve for the closed curve. Instead of considering this line integral, you can just talk about the surface integral for some function. Okay, so surface integral means what? You consider this as a disk. Okay, consider this as a plate or the disk, entire disk, closed disk, and then you find it out the surface integration. So such kind of relations, nice relations, are given by this all these lemmas or all these theorems. This is your lemma, and these two are the main important theorems. Main important theorems. So we'll see one by one. First of all, we'll understand what is this line integration. Okay, that we'll understand first, and then we'll modify this for the remaining part. The remaining part. Okay. So now I think many of them have joined. So now we'll start with the main topic here. So the first topic is line integration. First topic is line integral. Okay, so if I have a curve, and some, so this is your curve C, okay, and some vector field is applied on this curve, okay. So what I am doing, I am just taking a small amount of this. How you define this f bar as? F bar is nothing but the vector function curve, and this is I'm just plotting it on or drawing it on two-dimensional surface. So it will look like a two-dimensional curve. So it can be 3D curve also, where f bar is nothing but the function of three variables, correct? Instead of two variables. So that field is acting. Okay, that field is acting on this particular curve. Then how you define a line integral? Line integral is defined as f bar dot dr bar. Like we have seen earlier, fx dx, correct? When we are not bothered about the components, Isaac components, I'm not having a vector field there. Please mute. Yes, everyone. So if I have this integration fx dx, then it is very easy to talk about. But here I have to talk about all the parameters, correct? Along x-axis, along y-axis, along z-axis, all the three components we have to taken care. So in that case, we are writing this as dr bar. What is dr bar? We have r bar is what? xi plus yj plus zk. So here f bar is say some function f1i bar plus f2j bar plus f3k bar. And what is your dr bar? Dr bar is nothing but dxi bar plus dyj bar plus dzk bar. This is your dr bar. So if you take a dot product of this, how it will look like? So therefore the line integral f bar dot dr bar, you can see that it is what? F1, see dot product of this two. So I am taking component wise. So this is f1 dx, correct? Then multiply the component of z. So it is what? f2 dy plus f2 dy. And the third thing is what? f3 times dz. Okay, f3 times dz. And that way you can find it out this line integration. Line integration is what? Dot product of this two, where the field is acting on this particular curve, correct? So f bar dot dr bar. So you get this. And it is over the curve. So you can write here C. Okay, so that is over the curve C. Over the curve C. So for this we take a very simple example. Okay, we'll start with a simple example. So suppose we have to find it out. f bar is say x square I bar plus xyz bar. Okay, we start with very simple example here. It is what is given, x square I bar plus xyz bar, and the curve, okay, and the curve C is along, C is the curve joining 0 0 and 1 1. Joining 0 0 and 1 1. C is the curve joining 0 0 and 1 1. C is the parabolic curve, I just take parabola. Okay, parabola y equal to x square I take. Okay. This is the first case we take. And the second case, I just take that it is C is the straight line. Straight line joining 0 0 and 1 1. Okay, so please take it down along with me so that it will be nice thing that you will understand more from this. Okay, so what I have is f bar is x square I bar plus xyz bar, correct? Purposely I am going very slow because it is completely a new topic. C is what? It is a parabolic curve, y equal to x square, and it is joining to 0 0 and 1 1. C is the straight line joining to 0 0 and 1 1. So I have 2 points only, 0 0 and 1 1, correct? So we'll solve it for the first one. What I have to evaluate? I have to evaluate line integration f bar dot dr bar. Okay, that is my question. So how you will draw this? This is the curve y equal to x square. So I just draw that curve here. Okay. So y equal to x square is like this. Correct? Because we have seen in curve tracing, if the value of power of x is even, then it is what? It is symmetric about y-axis. Correct? In curve tracing last year. So here y equal to x square, you will get a parabola like this, which is symmetric about y-axis. This is my x-axis. And now I have the 2 points. One point is 0, 0, and another point is what? 1, comma 1. Correct? So I call this point A and we call it as B, and it is like this. The direction is given like this. Correct? It is like this. Now what we have to evaluate? We have to evaluate f bar dot dr bar for this. Correct? So evaluate this f bar dot dr bar. Yes. Now what is f bar given? F bar is x square I bar plus xy z bar. What is dr bar? Dr bar is dx I bar plus dy z bar plus dz k bar. Okay. Dx I bar plus dy z bar plus dz k bar. That is my dr bar. So take a dot product of this. So that means you replace I with dx. Okay, that way you remember. Z with dy. So you can write it down this as integration x square dx plus xy dy. Correct? X square I bar is replaced by dx. Okay? And z bar you replace with dy. So you'll get this integration as what? Integration x square dx plus xy dy. Correct? Now with this integration, what I have to do is I have to go along this curve. How this curve is break? It is from A towards B. Correct? A to B. So I have this along this AB. Correct? Along this AB. Now we know that we cannot integrate it. Even if I just separate it out, this is x square dx, yes, we can integrate. It becomes x cubed by 3. But what about xy dy? Because both of them are the variables, correct? You cannot treat one of them as constant here. So in this case, you have to convert this in terms of single variable. Then only you can integrate it. Yes. So here what we have to do is we just have this y equal to x square. I just substitute this. Okay. So put here, what is the equation? Y equal to x square. So what I'll get from this? So dy is what? 2x dx. Correct? Dy is what? 2x dx. So everywhere I'm just putting y as dx. Correct? So what will be this integration now? So the integral, we just write it as x square dx plus x times. In place of y, what I have to write? I have to write x square. So it is x square into, what is dy? 2x dx. Correct? Dy is what? 2x dx. Now see this integration, which was written in terms of x and y earlier, we have converted it completely in terms of, we have converted it in terms of what? In terms of x. Correct? In terms of x. We have converted this completely in terms of x. So now how to find it out the values of x, because we have to find the limits of x here, limits of x here. So how to take the limits of x? So take a perpendicular on the x-axis. Okay, take a perpendicular on the x-axis. Where it intersect at 1. See, intersects at 1. So what I have to do is I have to vary this x from 0 to 1. Correct? 0 to 1. We have to vary this x from 0 to 1. So put the limits here, 0 to 1. Okay. Again see what we have done. We have to calculate this line integration f bar dot dr bar. Where what is f bar given? F bar is given as x square I bar plus xyz bar. The first question is given as C is the curve, which is a parabolic curve y equal to x square joining to 0, 0 and 1, 1. So what I have done is I have drawn this curve, okay, y equal to x square. Now after drawing this curve, you have to allocate these 2 points on the curve. So I have allocated those 2 points, 0, 0 and 1, 1. We have labeled it as A and B, okay. Now I am giving the direction also. because it is from 0, 0 to 1, 1. It is not given from 1, 1 to 0, 0. So that direction is also plays very important role. Why? Because it's a vector, correct? So your direction also is very important. It plays an important role here. So what I have to do is I have to take f bar dot dr bar. What is f bar dot dr bar? F bar is this. Dr bar means what? It is dxi bar plus dyj bar plus dzk bar. So take a dot product of this with this one, dr bar. So that means you just replace this I with dx, replace this j with dy, because there is no k component here. We are just talking about nice function in terms of xy now. Okay, then we'll go ahead in the next lecture maybe. Okay, we'll take a function of 3 variables there. So here it is what? We are considering a function of two variables. Two variables. That means it is a two-dimensional curve, which you can see here. Correct? Two-dimensional curve here. So integration of f bar dot dr bar. So we are considering this as x square dx plus xy dy. Okay. Now see, you cannot integrate it directly. You can integrate the first part because it is x square dx. I can separate out the integration. That is possible. But in the second case, you can see that it is written in terms of xy. And we are not taking partial derivatives here. We have to integrate with respect to both the variables. So I cannot keep x as constant. That is not possible. Okay. So therefore, what we have to do is we have to use the substitution. So what I have done is I have used the substitution for the entire thing instead of splitting it up in terms of two integrations. Correct. So what is the substitution here? Y equal to x square. So we are just using that substitution here. Y equal to x square. So in that case, what is dy? dy is equal to 2x dx if you differentiate this. Correct. So substitute in place of dy 2x dx, in place of y here x square, in place of y here x square. So what you will get this as integration 0 to 1, okay, x square dx plus x into x square into 2x dx. Why it is 0 to 1? Because it is completely in terms of x. I have written it completely in terms of x. So completely in terms of x means take a perpendicular from the second point, that is the last point on the given x-axis. Okay, on x-axis. And once you take that, you will get that value as 1, where it intersect on x-axis at 1. Correct. So you will get the value of x is varies between 0 to 1. 0 to 1. You can see here 0 to 1. And therefore I am putting those limits here. Okay. So I think up to this it is clear to everyone. Now we'll go ahead, we'll calculate this integration. See, it is very nice integration because everything is given in terms of polynomial, that is in terms of x only. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll solve that integration part. So we can write it down this as, this is integral 0 to 1 x square. Okay, I just take out that dx outside. So it is x square. Here what I have is x into x square, that is x cube into 2x. So we have 2x raised to 4 dx. Correct? This is your integration. Now you integrate this. So what is the integral of this? The integral of x square is x cube divided by 3, and integration of x raised to 4 is x raised to 5 by 5. And this is from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Always put the limits at the end. Don't put it initially. Okay, that is a wrong practice. So always put it at the end. So it is what? When I put upper limit, x is 1. So it is 1 by 3 plus 2 by 5. Correct? 1 by 3 plus 2 by 5. And when you put it lower limit as 0, we get this is 0, this is 0. So that means what is the answer? Make the denominator same. So 5 plus 6, that is 11 by 15. This is the answer. Okay? 11 by 15. So when we have anti-clockwise direction, okay, so you get a positive answer normally. That is the given thing. And for clockwise, you may get it as negative. Okay, but the magnitude is going to be same. It is mod value. So this we have taken it for the first example. Okay, when we have seen the parabolic curve. Now we'll go ahead, we take now the next question. What was the next question? In that case, we have to see the straight line joining to 2 points, correct? So for the second question, what is the curve? The curve C is the straight line joining 0, 0 and 1, 1. Straight line joining 0, 0 and 1, 1. This is our second part. So for this field is same. F bar was same, that is x square I bar plus xy z bar, that is our F bar. So I just draw a diagram for this. So I have the 2 points, one is 0, 0 and this is your 1, 1. This is, I call it as B. This is a straight line joining to this points. Now say this line is y equal to x, as you can see immediately. But every time it is not that easy to find it out the equation. Okay, so here I can locate it immediately. But what I can do is I can use some different way here for solving the same thing. I can put here y equal to x, that is one way approach. Another way is what? You can write the equation of line in symmetric form that you have learnt in your spheres, correct? I think it was not there, no? For M2. No, you had that. You had that. This year it is excluded. Okay, so you had that. So we have seen that is a symmetric form of equation of line. So how you write the equation of line? Equation of line in symmetric form. Okay, please write it down this. Okay. One can write it down three-dimensional line also. Yes. So the equation is x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1, that is equal to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1. I just write the generalized formula if you have the three coordinates. Okay. If you have three coordinates, three tupled vector. So what I have is, I have these 2 points. This is my A, this is my B. We call it as x1, y1 and this value is x2, y2. Okay. This is our x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. Now use this formula because I don't have z coordinate here. See, z coordinate here. So you just omit this part. Okay, don't consider for the z. So consider only for x and y. Don't consider for z. Okay. So what I'll do is I just consider this. So what is this equation? So it is x minus x1. What is x1? 0. Divided by, what is x2? That is second point, first coordinate. So we have that is 1. 1 minus 0. That is equal to. What I have is y minus y1. What is y1 here? 0. Divided by y2. y2 is 1. 1 minus 0. That is 1. Okay. And this, since it is in proportion, always you equate it to some proportionality constant, say t. Okay, always you equate it to some proportionality constant, say t. So please mute your phone. Hello. Everyone please mute. So it will be what? X by 1, that is equal to y by 1 equal to t. Okay, equal to t. So what I'll do is I just write it down that. So this can be written as x upon 1, y upon 1, that is equal to t. See, always equate it to t. That is the proportionality constant we say. Okay. Now what I have to do is, this is nothing but, this gives you the equation as, you equate x by 1 to t. X upon 1 equal to t means what? X is equal to t. Correct? And y upon 1 equal to t means I get y equal to t. Correct? Y equal to t. Now from this we will calculate dx. What is dx? dt. What is dy? dt. That means I am writing this in parametric form. The meaning is what? We are writing x and y coordinates in terms of parameter t. Okay. Now what I have to do is I have to find it out that line integration. Correct? I have to find it out the line integration. What is our line integration? F bar dot dr bar. So this we have seen that it is x square dx in the earlier question. It is same only. Correct? It's same. So we'll put x as what? T. Y as also t. And dx is replaced by dt. Dy replaced by dt. So we just substitute here. So we get this as t square dt This is t into t, that is t square dt. So I'll get this as 2 times t square dt. Because if you take out that dt outside, t square plus t square, so you get that as 2t square. You'll get it as 2t square. Now how to find out the limits of t? Now this is a very important part. Okay. So what I have is, I have the points 0, 0, 2, 1, comma 1. Correct? These are the values of xy. xy. How xy we are writing? Xy we are writing it as, with the help of this, it is t comma t. Correct? How you write xy? T comma t. Now for which value of t you get the first values as 0, 0. See, which value will substitute as t? When I put t as 0, I will get the first point 0, comma 0. So t is 0. Correct? 2. Now when you get the value of xy as 1, 1, for which value of t you get that as 1, 1? If I put t as 1. So t will vary from 0 to 1. This is very important part to understand. Okay, so please take it down. This is what xy we are writing. What is xy in parameter form, parametric form? Here it is nice thing given because it is nicely given as y equal to x. If it is say x is equal to y plus 2, then I may get different parameters, correct? So in that case, here it is what xy is given as t comma t. Now think about the points. Okay, here it is 0, 0 to 1, 1, 0, 0 to 1, 1. So what I am getting 0 at which value of t I am getting it as 0, 0. When you put t as 0, we'll get 0, 0. Now for which value of t will get the last point 1, 1. So here it is 1. So here t will vary from 0 to 1. Now if suppose for example I have the point 0, 0 to say 4, comma 4 for the same one 0, 0 to 4, 4. Now what will be the value of t for the same parameterization? At which value of t I'll get 0, 0 at 0. At which value of t I'll get 4, 4, 4. That means here t will vary from 0 to 4. So see, the value of t always depends on the values or the points which are provided it to you. Okay, and also it depends on the parameterization also. Okay, so in this case we have 0, 0 to 1, 1, 0, 0 to 1, 1. So what I'll do is I just substitute the limit 0 to 1 here. Okay, and we'll calculate this. So put the limits 0 to 1. Where you have to put? Once you substituted it in terms of t, immediately you have to put. Okay, so it is what 0 to 1 here. So what is this integration? I can take out 2 outside. Integration of t square is t cube by 3 and put the limits 0 to 1. Now when you put upper limit, you get 1 by 3. When you put lower limit, you get 0. So we get this as 2 by 3. Okay. So you can see that the earlier answer was 11 by 15. And this answer is 2 by 3. That means on every path, see, even if I am taking the two different curves, okay, this point is 1, 1. This is your 0, 0. And the same field is applied. Okay, whether the field is changed, no. F bar is same. F bar I have taken it as x square I bar plus xy z bar only. But you can see that if I act it on the straight line y equal to x, we are getting the answer of the line integration as 2 by 3. And if I apply it on the curve, this curve, okay, this is what y equal to x square, which we have seen earlier. Starting and ending point is same. The only thing is curve is different. So I'm getting different answer. Okay, I'm getting different answer. Means what? It depends on the path chosen from the starting and the ending point. That is very important part. Okay, so you won't get the same answer. You won't get the same answer. Now, so I think up to this it is clear to everyone. Okay, now we'll go ahead. We take now the different example. Okay, so same thing I'll keep. The only thing is I'll change F bar now in the second example. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take now second example number 2. If I take F bar as x square I bar plus y square z bar. Okay, and write the same example only. The earlier example, that those two categories, you keep it as it is. The first one is what? C is the parabolic curve y equal to x square joining to 0, 0 and 1, 1. And the second question which we have seen, that is, it is a curve straight line which is joining to 0, 0 and 1, 1. What I'll do is I'll talk about the first one. Okay, so what curve I have? I have y equal to x square. Y equal to x square joining to 1 1, and this is point is 0 comma 0. Okay, so it is towards that 1 1. Okay, so this is my curve given. Now what we'll do is we just take f bar dot dr bar here. What is f bar dot dr bar? It is replace I by dx, j by dy. Okay, so you'll get this as x square dx plus y square dy. Okay, now again what I'll do is I can take different integrations also. Okay, now we'll do it in a different way. You can think in that way also. So it is like x square dx because they are independent, correct? Yes, you can integrate it separately. And this is a function of y alone. This is a function of x alone. So I can separate it out. It's not like the earlier combination which we had. Now, what are the limits of x? For getting the limits of x, take perpendicular on x. Correct? So it will vary from 0 to 1. Now, for getting the limits of y, you have to take perpendicular on y-axis, where it meets at 1. Okay? Where it meets at 1. So you can see that the value of y will be vary from 0 to 1. Correct? Now find out this integration. So integral of x square is what? X cube by 3. Limits from 0 to 1 plus. Integral of y square is what? Y cube by 3. Limits are from 0 to 1. Substitute the limits. So you get 1 by 3 here. At 0 it is 0 only. Here when you put upper limit I am getting 1 by 3. So the answer is what? 2 by 3. Okay. The answer in this case is what? 2 by 3. Yes. Now this is our first part which we have seen. In the earlier case, since the function was different, I have got the answer as 11 by 15 here for the same function, correct? For the same curve. But the field was different. Here the field is x square I bar plus y square z bar. I have changed the second component, z bar component now. Now what we'll do is we'll make a change in this also. Okay. So for the second example, I will perform the second example. Disrupt this. What is our second example? It is a straight line. Straight line joining to the 2 points 0, 0 and 1, 1. Okay. So I have the point here 1, 1. This is 0, 0. And how to find it out the straight line? We have seen the symmetric form of equation. So I am getting x by 1, y by 1 is equal to t. Okay. So what we are putting? X is t, y is equal to t. So therefore dx is dt and dy is dt. Okay, dy is dt. Now, what are the limits of t? T is varies from 0 to 1. Because tt, at t equal to 0, I'll get 0, 0. At t equal to 1, I'll get the next point, that is 1, 1. So put the limits and put it in this. So it is what? 0 to 1. X is t, so we'll get t square, dx is dt, plus y is also t, so t square dt. So what I am getting here, this is integral 0 to 1 to t square dt. So again you integrate this. Integral of t square is what? T cube by 3 from 0 to 1. So what you are getting as answer? 2 by 3. Now see what miracle has happened. Because in the earlier case, for two different curves, we are getting two different line integrations, correct? One was 11 by 15 and second one was 2 by 3. Now in this case, once I make a small change in the z component, I've just taken out that x, correct? Earlier we have xy. So here I have taken it out xy and I have written here y square. And see, I am getting along both the curves. The answer is same. Both the curves, the answer is same. Now why it has happened? So I think you have taken down this also. If not, please take it down. Then we'll go ahead. We'll see the reason behind this. Okay. Now here the answer is same. So now we'll concentrate on the next part. That is, what is our curl of f bar for this? Curl of f bar, that is del cross f bar. What is del cross f bar? It is I bar, j bar, k bar, dabba by dabba x, dabba by dabba y, dabba by dabba z. Write the component x square, this is y square, and this is 0. Okay, x square, y square, and 0. Now I take the determinant of this. So I bar times what I have, dabba by dabba y is 0, with z is 0, minus j bar times with respect to x it is 0, with respect to z it is 0, plus k bar times with respect to x it is 0. So I'm getting 0. Okay. I'm getting the answer as 0. So I'm getting this answer as 0. So that means this vector field f bar, is what? Irrotational. Okay. So here f bar is irrotational. F bar is irrotational, and that is the reason. That means irrotational means what? It is conservative force field. That means it is independent of path. You will get the same answer. Okay, independent of path, you will get the same answer. So because of this, even if I'll take a cubic curve, if I take instead of y equal to x square, you just take y square equal to x. Okay, you can talk about any other curve also, y equal to x cube. Every time you will get the answer as 2 by 3 only. You will get the answer as 2 by 3 only, because this curve, this function is irrotational. That means I can say that this field is conservative. Conservative. Okay. Since the field is conservative, since the field is conservative along every path. Okay. So this implies along any path, joining A and B, we get the same answer. Okay, since it is a conservative force field along every path, we are getting the same answer. So we can just write it down in a different way. That is if f bar is equal to del phi, then f bar is equal to del phi, then the line integral f bar dot dr bar is nothing but del phi dot dr bar, and we have seen this, correct, over the curve C, or from the point A to B. Okay, from point A to B. What is this del phi dot dr bar? That is d phi. In the earlier question we have seen, no? Find out, check whether the given vector field is irrotational. If it is irrotational, then find the conservative force field phi, such that f bar is equal to del phi. So here we find it out d phi with the help of what? F bar dot dr bar. That is, it is del phi dot dr bar. So we have, this is nothing but from A to B, I have this as d phi. And what is the integral of d phi? It is phi from A to B. So that means it is phi of b minus phi at a. Okay. So it completely depends on the original function phi, which takes the value from a to b, which takes the value from a to b. Now we'll understand this. Okay. From this example, earlier example, what is a there? A is 0, 0. What was b there? B is 1, 1. Correct? B is 1, 1. Now how you write it down with the help of this? With the help of this, we have to verify this. Correct? We have to verify this. So what I'll do is, since the field is conservative, how you write d phi as f bar dot dr bar. Correct? What is f bar? X square dx plus y square dy. Correct? X square dx plus y square dy. So we have seen that how to write it down in total derivative. What is the total derivative of x square? Total derivative of x square, you can see that it is what? It is x cube by 3. Correct? What is the derivative of x cube? It is 3x square. 3 will get cancelled. I'll get x square dx. Correct? Then we have total derivative of this is what? 3 times, y cube by 3. Because when I take the derivative of this, I'll get 3y square upon 3. 3 will get cancelled and I'll get y square dy. Correct. So what is your integration of d phi? This is what integral d phi, no? We are writing f bar dr bar as what? Integration a to b of d phi. So that we'll see. So here integral of f bar dot dr bar from a to b is nothing but integral of d phi. A is what? 0, 0. B there is, it is what? 1, 1. Correct? So what I am getting this as? It is integral. Okay. It's integral 0, 0 to 1, 1 of this element. What is the element? D of x cube by 3 plus d of y cube by 3. Correct? Y cube by 3. Now you can see that you just take out the d in the integration. Outside the integral, take out the d. What I am getting? X cube by 3 plus y cube by 3. And the limits are from 0, 0 to 1, 1. Okay. See here, what I have done is, I just take this 0, 0 aside. I'll write it aside so that this will be visible. So this is your 0, 0. Okay, for the integration. So what is the integration of this? That means you just remove this d once you integrate. Correct? So you get this terms only, x cube by 3 plus y cube by 3. Now there is no need to write it down plus c. Why not? Because these are the definite integrals. Okay, it's a definite integral. So put here the limits 0, 0 and 1, 1. Okay, 0, 0 and 1, 1. Now what happens at 1, 1 means put x as 1, y as 1. Correct? Put x as 1, y as 1. So I'll get 1 cube by 3 plus 1 cube by 3. That is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Correct? So I just write it down here. So what we are getting this as? This limit equal to, it is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus, put the lower limit. When you put x as 0, y as 0, I'll get 0 plus 0. Correct? See what is the answer? It is 2 by 3, which is same as the line integration which we have got it for along the curve y equal to x square and along the curve y equal to x by putting this in terms of parameter t, and the answer is matching. It is 2 by 3. That means the answer is independent of path here. Okay, it is independent of path, and that part is very important here. That part is very important here. So you are just writing, if the field is conservative, then the value of this integration, line integration, is nothing but the original phi. That means the scalar potential phi, which takes the values from a to b, Now there is one more thing and then we'll stop with this. Okay. Now this is your open curve. We call it as open curve. Okay. Open curve means what? It is like this. I'm just taking A to B. This is open. Okay. This is called as open curve. Correct. Now for the closed curve. for closed curve, if the if f bar is expressed as del phi, correct? That means what is given? That is f bar is irrotational, correct? That is f bar is irrotational, or you can say that conservative. Conservative. Closed path means how it will look like. The path will be look like this. This is called as closed path. Means it will start at A and end also at A. Correct? We call it as closed path. So how you write this integration? F bar dot dr bar. Over the closed curve means always put a circle. Okay. Closed curve means what? Always put a circle on this integration and then just write it down that C. C means it is called as closed curve C, or we say it as contour. Okay. This is also called as contour. Mathematically, we call it as contour C. That means it is a closed curve C. So here f bar dot dr bar, it is what? This is nothing but del phi or del phi dot dr bar. Okay. Now see, it is starting with A and ending at A. Starting and ending point is same. Correct. What is this? This we get it as d phi from A to A. What is the limit? So integration is what? Pi from A to A. So this is nothing but pi at A minus pi at A. So the answer is going to be 0. Okay. So if it is a conservative force field, then the line integration is always going to be 0. Vice versa also it is true. Okay. Vice versa also it is true. That means if you have the closed curve, which is like 0 conservative, this line integration is 0, then we say that this field is what? Conservative force field. Okay, or the given f bar is irrotational. Given f bar is irrotational. Okay, so physically it means that work done carrying a particle with unit mass along this closed curve. Okay, the work done in carrying a particle of say unit mass along a closed curve in a conservative force field is 0. So what you can claim that if the line integral f bar dot dr bar along the given curve, closed curve is 0, we say that that is work done. Okay, so what is the work done here? I can talk about this f bar dot dr bar over the closed curve C. Okay, it is going to be 0, then we say that this field is conservative. Okay, so you can say that f bar is conservative. Okay, if the work done is going to be 0, work done is 0. Okay, that means f bar is conservative here. So we take the examples based on this. So if we have the simple problem, as I told you earlier, it is the problem taking for the three tupled vectors. Okay. So if suppose I have the evaluate the first question, evaluate line integral f bar dot dr bar where f bar is equal to 3x square I bar plus 4z minus y times a bar plus z times k bar. Okay, z times k bar along the straight line joining 0 0 0 and 2 1 3. As I told you earlier that there can be different paths also, okay, different points also. So you can see here that evaluate this line integral where f bar is given. Now you can see that z is also included here. It's a three tupled vector. Okay. So we have to find it out the equation of straight line. First of all, we just write it down. What is f bar dot dr bar over this curve C, where C is the straight line joining to these 2 points A and B. I just label these 2 points as capital A and capital B. Now you can see that this is replace this I with dx. So it is 3x square dx plus 4z minus y times dy plus z times dz. Okay, z times dz. Now what I have to do is I have to write it down the equation of straight line in symmetric form. So what we have seen, we have to write x minus x1 upon x2 minus x1, that is equal to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1, z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1, and always equate it to some proportionality constant, say t. What is your x1, y1, z1? x1, y1, z1, that is your point A. x2, y2, z2 is your point B. Okay, so replace the values. So what will be x minus x1? x1 is 0, correct? x2 minus x1 means what it is? 2 minus 0, that is 2. Then y minus y1, 0. y2 minus 1, 2 minus, that is 1 minus 0. So it is what? 1, correct? What we have is, we have here z minus z1, z1 is 0. And z2 minus z1, that is 3 minus 0, which is 3. That is equal to t. So I am getting x upon 2, y upon 1, z upon 3, that is equal to t. So this implies x is equal to 2 times t, correct? What is y? Y is equal to 1 times t. And what is z? 3 times t, correct? So we are getting this x, y, z in terms of parameter t. In terms of parameter t. Now what we'll do is we just substitute this here. Okay, x is t, 2t, y is equal to what t, z is equal to 3t. Then put the values of dx, dy and dz. Dx is what 2 dt, dy is dt, and z is what dz is 3 dt in this equation. So just write it down, that integration. So we'll put here 3x square, that is 3 times 2t square. So it is 3 into 4t, 4t square, that is 4 3s are 12 t square. And what is dx? Dx is 2 dt, correct? Plus, now what I have is 4z. Z is what? 3t. 4 into 3, that is 12t minus y. Y is what? T times. What is dy? Dt, correct? Plus, what is there next? Z dz. Z is what? 3t. 3t into 3 dt. dz is 3 dt. Correct? Now, the limits we have to decide the limits now. Correct? So for the limits, what I'll do is I just take here only. Okay. Should I write it here? Okay, I'll write it here. The points are 0, 0, 0, and we have 2, 1, 3. Correct? The values are x, y, z is written as 2t, t, and 3t. Now for which value of t you will get 0, 0, 0 if I put t as 0, correct? So t will be from 0 to. Now for which value of t you will get 2, 1, 3 when I put t as 1. So limits are from 0 to 1. This way you can decide. Okay, this way you can decide the limits. So here it is t is from 0 to 1. Okay, now so we'll solve this. So it is integral 0 to 1. I just take out the dt outside. So 12 2s are 24t square. Then we have that is plus 12t minus t, that is it is going to be 11t. Okay. Then 3t into 3, that is 3 3s are 9. So plus 9t dt. So it is integral 0 to 1, 24t square. 11 plus 9 is what? 20t. Correct? So take the integration. 24 t square integral is what? T cube by 3. And integral of t is what? T square by 2. Put the limit 0 to 1. At 0 it is 0 only. Put t as 1. So we'll get 24 by 3 plus 20 by 2. So this is 8. 3 8s up. And here it is 10. So I get the answer as what? 18. So you can see that the line integration is 18 here. Okay. So we'll end with this for the lecture. Okay. And meet you tomorrow. I just give you the timing for the lecture. Okay. Tomorrow's timing. Okay.